Okay, how to paint trees with texture. So I have set this canvas up with Minder Hobbema's woody landscape, and let's call these oak trees. And they're not fir trees, they're not apple trees, they're not blossom trees. And the reason why I know that is because he has these cool branches coming off, and the texture that Minder Hobbema is using is quite wispy, quite random. That's very important. It's important to get away from just doing a circular tree with a straight tree trunk. So I'm going to say, let's open up a new layer and get the brush. So the texture brush that I'm going to be using today is from the texture palette. And let's just click and drag it over to my quick brush palette. Get rid of that. And you can see that it's pretty good size, but what I'm going to be focusing in on are all of the branches on the outside of the tree first. So you can do a quick sample. And if you have the color picker, you got to make sure that you are on the original layer. You can hit Alt to bring the color picker up. I'm going to choose a light green. Light green, that's good for a base foundation. And we did some here. So I'm experimenting. Got to experimenting on randomizing the shape of this tree, getting away from the normal organized round tree. Okay, so I'm going to use the brush in a variety of sizes. The other thing that I like to do is just tone down the original painting, go back to my brand new layer, and this is where I just start clicking and dragging and get the body of the tree done. But I've also got to use the paint, or rather the brush puck, and just make the brush hit those little wispy branches. I'll go in here and make it small. So this should give you enough information to kind of keep going and adding trees to your composition in layers. And then, as you can see, the painting appears in layers. This tree is somewhat in the middle distance, but no reason why I started with this first, but I like to take care of the wispy areas where the tree branches out. Good practice for when I do my paintings out in the field. Got to make those observations. And then if I was to zoom in, what I would do is, while I've got the darker color, I can just kind of create a little bit of shadowy areas, create a little bit of interest, as well as going in and going to the green and perhaps experimenting with lighter areas. If you turn off the original, get a pretty good idea about how dense these colors are going to be. I mean, some areas you're going to see the sky through here, but we're looking at just branching out. That's what it's all about. Not a round tree. Nothing like this. That's too organized. Not a tree that is too organized. Some trees may need to be depicted like that, but this is an oak tree. Okay, so you got your setup for the day, and good luck. Peace.